literally doing a last-minute social, Lily. And now we're counting down in my ear, telling me, Debbie, 10, 9, 8. Welcome to Crafters TV. It's the third and final show. And it is, of course, if you recognise that fabulous music, a masterclass. And a masterclass that you don't want to miss because it's our box making special. If you've joined us all day, then welcome to the third and final show. If you haven't and this is your first one, then it's lovely to have your company. Make sure you've got yourself, I'm telling you, Liv can come all the time. Another cuppa. She's been keeping me going with my little dulcet tones here that are struggling a little bit today, can I just say. Keeping me in check with lots of lovely fluids. Lovely coffee, frothy coffee, the best. So yes, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Grab your cuppas, grab your drinks, take a little pew and come and join us for this next 2 hours where I'm going to say, not me. I'm not leading this one. I'm just leading this part because our fabulous, and I can see her busy working over there, and I'm going to throw straight to her. Our gorgeous, lovely Lilly Fletcher is in charge of this box making special. She's going to be taking you through some amazing things. Good evening, Lilly.
Good evening, Debbie.
Have we got something lovely lined up this afternoon?
Well, I'm very much hoping so. Yeah, the day has absolutely flown by, hasn't it? It's been a cracking day of shows. I've had a fantastic day. I hope you guys at home have enjoyed today quite as much as I have, and I'm very excited about tonight's show. Masterclass all about box making. I love creating boxes. As you probably saw on this afternoon's craft along, we've created a box project as part of that show, but we're going to take it back to basics when it comes to this fantastic masterclass. We're going to use a lot of dies as well, because I know a few weeks ago Sarah brought you an amazing box making masterclass as well, but she focused more on the scoreboards. So here we're going to have a little look at some of the dies, and my goodness me, we've got some cracking deals for you guys at home. So stay tuned. Final 2 hours of the day. It's going to be a cracking 2 hours, I am sure. Hopefully we've got lots of interaction on the socials as well. Get those questions in, get those comments in. We love to have your company.
And we're already got loads of people joining us. Now, if you haven't been here, you won't know that it's producer Nicola in my here and the fabulous James as well. Woohoo, little woohoo there, get it in the background. The fabulous Tracy and Liv backstage as well, and of course lovely Lily. So that's us here physically in the studio, but our lovely Susie T is in charge of all things social. So any questions, anything you want to ask, doesn't necessarily have to be related to anything to today. It could be a crafty question that is just itching and you want to ask. There's no such thing as a daft or silly question. You can ask away. We're live, we're interactive for the next 2 hours. So by all means, do join in across the socials, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, and come and join us on this Saturday evening here in the UK. And I know it's afternoon Eastern time, and I think is it morning Pacific time as well, or wherever you are in the world, because I have already seen Sarah Brown. Have you slept? Have you actually slept, Sarah? That's what I need to find out, because she's saying, hello, I know I should be sleeping. Yes, you should. You've been with us all day, Sarah. And if for those who don't know, our lovely Sarah Brown is who we often refer to as, well, our lovely Debbie nicknamed her this one, the Flaming Galah, from Australia. And it is very early in the hours of Australian morning, and she should be asleep. But she says, I know I should be sleeping, but Debbie and Lily are so much fun to watch together that I've come back, sending all the hugs to the CCTV crew and crafty peeps from Melbourne, Australia. Get some sleep, Sarah. You can watch these shows on catch up. Don't forget now, look in that bottom, I always go to the wrong corner. Look in that bottom corner, CTV 24/7. You can join us at any time, catch up at any time as well. And if you missed out on that lovely, fabulous craft along, you can go back and find the craft along project that our lovely Lily did and join in at a later stage if you want to. Lillian Quoxon says hello, Debbie and Lily. Sissy Hastings says hello from North Carolina. Mary Beth Doyle's in again. She's saying hello, everyone from Minnesota. Carletta Morris is saying hello, everyone from Arkansas. Our lovely Pat's back and she's saying hi, everyone from New Jersey again. Diane Cadman, hiya and good evening, everyone. And our lovely Susie T is really excited about the box making special, and we will get started with this fabulous masterclass, which I know you're going to love. I've already seen a few sneak peeks, and if you've seen everything that Lily's made up to press today, beautiful as always. But shall we get started? And we'll start with the first. Oh, actually, you're probably thinking, Debbie, what's that purple thing at the side of you? Does it look like a product? Well, it is. It's a little gift for those that have missed out, and perhaps this is the first time you're joining us since we talked about this yesterday, and I say us yesterday, notice Ara. This is the Christmas gift, the Platinum Christmas gift for all you lovely Platinum members, which some people may know what it is, some people may not know what it is. Go into the last night's show when Sarah was with Ben, an hour in, and you might get a little sneak peek of it. We did ask the question earlier, but we were told there were a little bit of a debate going off, so we thought, do you know what, we're not going to upset anyone. We're going to let you find out what's in it. It will come in this beautiful presentation box. I believe it comes with a ribbon as well. Comes with everything as it is.
Save that.
Exactly, and I think you're going to love this one. We were all involved in it. We know exactly what it is, but we were all involved in it, all the team here at Grafters TV, and I absolutely love it. Now, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to put a code in. You don't need to do anything other than if you're spending anything across the website, doesn't necessarily have to be this show, so it doesn't have to be products on the show. Could be, because there's some great deals, but you literally can buy anything. It could be a tape pen, it could be a poker tool, it could be a bottle of glue, it could be a Gemini 2. I mean, ooh, it could be anything you want that you're going to pop in your basket. That will automatically get popped into there. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to put a code in, and it automatically comes to you. So it's absolutely stellar. It's our little gift to you, which I absolutely love. Little few details there. Free shipping in the UK for no minimum spend, so you can literally ship to your heart's content. Ooh. Shop to your heart's content is the word I'm looking for there. All of our European friends, €20 and you'll get free shipping. Anything over 20 is free shipping. And for our stateside friends, anything over $50 or $50 takes you to that free shipping as well. So I think it's a really good one. Absolutely fabulous gift. Wait till you see it. I can't wait to see your comments. No one's particularly sharing things at the minute, pictures, because I think they're letting everyone take the time to catch up and get hold of theirs. But let me know if you have already received it or you've already popped it in and you know what it is. Let me know what you think. Right, first things first though, let's get started with the box making special. I'll come back to some more comments in a moment. Now we've got a great deal with our dimensional dies that create boxes, and not just one style of box, but multiple styles of boxes. So the Dimensional Treat Box Duo, because you're getting two, not the one, you're getting two of them, are all the worker dies to create these beautiful picnic boxes and the prism boxes. You're getting a template in there as well that allows you to take it onto not just a one style box, but allows you to make this bigger. In the terms of the picnic box, you've got choices, because you could be one box, two boxes, or it could be this really special box here that literally brings 4 special boxes together in one, which I think is fabulous, and that's using that fantastic template that you see on there. The Prism one, we love it because we all look at it and think that's certain chocolate. Absolutely it is. It's that lovely styled box, or like a little glasses case in my eyes. But again, with a template, it allows you to, when you multiple cut those out using that worker die, it allows you to bring almost like this roll-up template, and it's absolutely sensational. And I'm hoping Lily's got maybe a few samples over there. Maybe, I'm not sure. But she's going to be taking you through a fantastic demo in a second. £25 or $30 for both. Not for one, for both, which is a fabulous deal, it really is. And especially when you look at that purple box, because all of our Platinum members, that's the lowest you'll pay with that 20% off at £20 or $24. A really, really good deal, because if you split that down, that's like £10 each or $12 each, and I think that's absolutely an incredible deal. There's a lot of metal for your money in these, because it's not just the worker die, it's all those extra special dies in there that do all that decoration for you. And I know Lily has got a fabulous demo lined up, and I also can see some samples out of the corner of my eye. So Lily, can you share some of those lovely makes with us?
Let's have a look at some of these gorgeous samples. So let's first up have a look at that fantastic prism box. So here you can see we've created some of our own inky backgrounds, layering that onto some of our black card, gives you a super dramatic finish. Just using one of those together gives you that lovely box there. Could be filled with goodies, could be treats, or it could be storage for your craft room as well. However, lots of different options when it comes to these. It really does change up the look and feel if you actually have it in this different orientation. So having it upright, doesn't that look completely different just by changing the way around that you're going to use that? But perhaps you're going to go for the little bit more complex, if you like, the advanced project where you're layering together multiples of those boxes to create your fantastic roll-up style box. Ideally if you've got in your hook and loop fastening dots, or if you've got your little craft magnets as well, just to seal that into position, open that up and think of all the treats, all the goodies you could have inside there. Or like I say as well, ideal for your craft room storage. Maybe you're going to have all your different gems in there. You're going to have one colour in one compartment, another in another, and so on and so on. But then we come on to the next style of box. This is the one that's going to feature in our first demonstration. This is our fantastic picnic box. So you can see here we've layered together a couple of those to create that beautiful little, real gorgeous, almost like a picnic box as the name suggests. But how about going for something a little bit different, a little bit more complex if you like, and actually bringing together 4 of those, bringing the template into play as well, and you've got that ability to create that incredible box with all 4 of those inner boxes inside, the outer box that encloses it all. And doesn't that look absolutely amazing?
I love that one. I think that's honestly fabulous. It's almost like a 3 for the price of 1, that one, isn't it? There's just so many things that you can do with it. And I'm really looking forward to what our lovely Lily is going to be doing. Which one are you using, Lily?
I'm going to go for the picnic.
The picnic. Oh, we're going for a picnic.
Picnic in this weather, in this wind? No way. The rug would blow away. Can you imagine trying to have a picnic in this? It's windy here today, isn't it?
Oh my days. It's blowing, is it blowing a ghoulie? Is that the expression?
Blowing a hoolie.
Oh, a hoolie. Oh, sorry.
Hoolie, I think. Something like that anyway, close enough.
Blowing a hoolie? That's the expression I'm looking for. It's very blustery out there. That's all I'm going to say. I was sat in the car when I went round to the Tesco to go and get my painkillers that I forgot to get, Lily.
Oh, yeah.
I went sat there and I thought, I don't get out of the car. The car was rocking from side to side. It was that blustery.
Dear.
I was like, goodness me. And literally, do you know when you're trying to walk and you're like grappling in the wind and you're like pushing yourself forward? That's what it felt like. Literally. Gale force winds up here. I actually think it's got a bit quieter though.
I can't say I'm looking forward to walking home in that. I'm not going to lie.
I'll take you home, Lily.
Oh, bless you.
I'll take you home. You're not walking home. Not in this dark. No way. You can tell me, as long as you can guide me back out. I usually get lost.
Oh, dear.
As long as you tell me where to go, I'll take you home.
Oh, bless you.
I will just say the car smells of coffee.
Oh, that's good. Love a bit of coffee.
Well, I sat on my coffee last week.
Oh, dear.
I was coming up here and I sat down, I put a coffee down on my seat.
Oh, no.
And then I got in the car because I didn't want to get wet.
Yeah.
And I sat down. Well, I did get wet right on the bottom part of me.
Oh, dear.
Because I sat on it and it went absolutely everywhere. And the car has reeked of coffee ever since.
Oh, wow.
In fact, that was the week, not last weekend, the weekend before when I was here with Becky. 2 weeks and I can still stink the stuff.
Me.
And I love coffee. But coffee on seats, no matter how many times I've scrubbed it, it's not working. So top tips tonight, guys.
Yep,
how do you get rid of coffee smells?
Yes,
That's what I need to know. Let us know in the comments. But let's have a little look, Lily. Stop with my talk there. Let's have a little look, Lily, at what we're going to be creating.
Let's do it. Let's go with the picnic box. And it's one of those I always want to say picnic. I struggle to say picnic. I always want to say picnic.
Picnic.
Picnic. Daft, isn't it?
Well, it's better than what I said, Lily, not so long ago, where I thought I was going to get the P45.
Oh dear.
Because I didn't say picnic at all.
Yes.
Something else came out of my mouth.
I do remember
Working
that one.
with Craig, it's Craig's fault, I'm telling you.
Let's blame Craig, he's not here. So working with our picnic die set, you can see here the amount of metal, like Debbie says, the amount of metal for your money is absolutely incredible. It's not just about that worker die, which we're going to run through the die cutting machine in just a moment. It's about all the decoration as well. And of course, we will be bringing that into play a little bit later on as we start to build together this box. But what we're going to do is going to take our die cut in place. Now for this larger die, of course, it is a massive die. It literally fills your A4 cardstock pretty much edge to edge. So definitely you're going to need a A4 cutting machine for this larger die. Smaller ones will fit through those smaller machines, but to be able to create these boxes, you are going to need your Gemini or any other die cutting machine, but as long as it's A4 size. And of course, we love our Gemini too. It is definitely the go-to for everybody here on our team. It's the one that we use on the shows literally day in, day out. You'll see this sat here every single day. Never goes anywhere because it is an absolute workhorse for your die cutting. And you know, every single time that you're passing that die through the machine, you've got that security, you've got that sort of peace of mind that it's going to give you that perfect cut because of the incredible pressure that we've got within the Gemini. Here we cut a piece of our multi-purpose card, just our lovely white A4 card, and with it being 300 GSM, it's ideal for your box making. When it comes to creating boxes, you want something that's got a nice bit of stability and rigidity to it, so a 300 GSM is going to be ideal for that. Now, there it is. I thought that had dropped on the floor, but there it is, my scoring tool. So, When it comes to these, they do put all the score lines in, but quite often what I like to do is I like to go in with my scoreboard and reinforce those score lines to give me a really crisp fold onto all of those score lines. You don't have to do this, and as you can see, the score lines are already there, so it's easy enough to just follow those using my scoreboard. Here I'm using the Score Master with my scoring tool. But of course, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to, but I do think it gives you a little bit of a neater finish. Now, a top tip when it comes to your scoreboards, can you see there at the centre part, we've just drawn a line down the middle using one of our black permanent markers. It could be one of your alcohol pens from the Spectrum Noir range. It could just be a cheap permanent marker from the stores. That is an absolute top tip when it comes to your scoring, because here all I'm doing is I'm lining up the top and the bottom of that score line with that centre point. It makes it so much easier to make sure I've got straight score lines onto my project. So definitely a top tip. I know it sometimes feels a little bit savage sort of drawing onto your scoreboard, but really it does make a huge difference with all of your scoring, whether it be onto die cuts like this or any other project at all. So all I'm doing is I'm going around and I'm just reinforcing those score lines. No sort of difficulty at all, because all the score lines have already been put in, so we're just following those, nice and easy to do with your scoreboards. It could be any scoreboard. Here I'm using A4, you don't need an A3 size for that particular size of project. Then all it is a case of doing is bringing those score lines together and starting to reinforce and burnish all of those folds. So what we're going to do is going to start to form this box, and you can see how easy this starts to fold, particularly because we've popped those score lines in and reinforced them using our scoreboard. So just going round and just starting to bring those together nicely. Then at this point we're going to bring in some of our decorative dies. Like we were saying earlier, it's so much easier to decorate this before it's formed, so decorating when it's flat just makes it an awful lot easier. So what we've gone ahead and done already is we've taken some of our beautiful textured card. Now this is part of the Pastels luxury card pack. I think we might still have that on the website, the 12 by 12. You get your lovely blue, your lemon, your pink and your purple in both your linen, which is what we've used here, and your pearl. And what we've done is we've taken that square die, that lovely sort of scalloped edge square, we've cut one of those, and then we've taken the rectangular die, which is for the sides, and we've cut 3 of those. Then we've taken the next die down, which is your stitched edge. We've cut 1 of our square from pattern paper, which is going to go in the middle. We've cut then 3 of the rectangular ones, which are going to go onto the centre of there, and that's going to be all the mats and layers we need for this one box. So we're just going to go ahead and start to mat and layer these together using some of our Collal all-purpose glue.
And did you hear our lovely Nicola? She said that linen, the luxury linen, was it? The Pastels ones, is in the outlet sale, because we do have the outlet sale still on the website that you can go and check out. Did you say where you got that pattern paper from, Lily?
I didn't, but it's one of those, remember how I was saying earlier, I was going into my 8x8 inch pad stash, so I believe this is one of the older craft kits, the 8x8s from there, but if you've got our beautiful blush pastel plaid, that would also work a treat. I just thought, I want you to sort of emulate the look of a picnic rug, almost, so that's the idea I was going for with this particular print. So I chose my pattern paper first, and then I chose my coloured cardstock to match. So let's just line that up, and then we're going to stick all 3 of these together, and that's going to be our mats and layers to go onto our box. Nice and easy to stick these together.
We've got loads more people joining us, Lily.
Ooh, lovely.
Loads of comments coming in, so it's so lovely to have all of you here with us this evening. Crafting Not Grafting by Hilary. Ooh. Hello everyone, looking forward to this show. Not sure if I mentioned Lillian Kwok or Sissy, so I'm just going to say good afternoon. Oh no, it's good morning. No, it's not. It's good evening, because Lillian is from England and Sissy is from the States. And she said hello from North Carolina. Kat Butt's in the building again. She said lovely Yorkshire lasses. Susie, team and everyone still waiting for parcel. Oh. Are you still waiting? I can't believe that. This was this morning when you told us there were 77 people ahead. She's now down to 16 people before her. So it must be on its way, Kat. Do let us know what it is that you've ordered. Lovely Betty Weaver says, hello from Idaho. Caroline F, our lovely crafting chimp. That's her nickname, by the way, not me just calling her crafty chimp. Just saying. I think that's her YouTube handle. Is that the right way you say that? I think it is.
so. Sounds about right to me.
She says, hi again, I'm just finishing my craft along project, Lily.
Ooh.
So literally, you need to share with us. Let us see your fabulous craft along project. Fred171 says, happy Saturday, everyone. Zoe Carver here from the UK says, evening from in front of the wood burner, keeping nice and warm in Worcester, Sussex. Oh my
that
days.
sounds lovely.
That does sound lovely. Gorgeous Anna Gosling-Smith's in. She says, evening all. Would you believe it? I found the wreath die and all my Kingfisher papers. We tidied a box of papers under the ottoman. So now working on a redemption box from the actual collection. Lovely Anna was our fabulous guest earlier on in the craft along. For those that don't know, she joined us and made a beautiful box actually with some different alternative papers. But you know, when you have them safe spots and you can't remember where you've put them,
yes.
that's what happened to Anna. So she's now redeeming herself, she said. Lois says again, hi from Ohio. Alicia Gordon, good afternoon and greetings from Arkansas. Making craft order whilst listening to on the 50-inch TV. We're on the big telly.
Wow, good
We're
grief.
on the big telly. Sarah Brown says it's actually 5 a.m. in the morning and she might doze off. So if she hasn't chatted for a while, we'll know why. You need sleep, Sarah. You need sleep. We keep telling it. We keep telling you all the time. Get some sleep. Stephen Nichols back in. He said, evening, the beautiful Lily and Debbie. Kerry Carney again, sitting on the front porch to hopefully intercept the UPS driver. I'm the same. I see a delivery driver coming with a big Crafter's Companion box. I'm there, opening door wide open, ready and waiting for him. That's how I am whenever I see him. Spot him. I'm usually the one that tracks them as well. Do you track?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All the time. All the time. Beverly says, good evening, everyone. I've got some suggestions for the niffy sniffs. Wait a minute, the niffy smells in my car.
Let us know. Go on.
Right, so I've got baking soda.
Okay.
Sprinkle baking soda all around when you get home, then vacuum it up the next day. Will take all kinds of odours away. I'm going to try that, Susie. I'll try that one.
Interesting.
She says, be generous. Baking soda is cheap. Use the whole box or a couple of them.
Good grief.
I'll try that. I will try that because I've got to get rid of it. It's starting to 2 weeks of fermented coffee, Lily.
Oh dear.
I mean, you might want to decline the offer of a lift tonight. But we can have the windows down, it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Sue Benson says, hello everyone from Montana. Another nice day here. Hope everyone is having a good time. Lorna Barron on YouTube says, Debbie, place 1 or 2... Oh, I've not heard of this one before. Place 1 or 2 raw apples that have been sliced in half in your car under the seats and they will absorb any unwanted smells.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard that before. That.
Oh, I don't mind it smelling an apple, Nicola.
Oh yeah, I
don't mind it smelling an apple. I'll keep these comments coming in because I'm going to take some of these tips. I really am.
Oh yeah.
Stephanie Theodore says hello again. Debbie, Lily, CTV, and Susie. And Rhonda Crowley's Creations on YouTube says hello, Lily, Debbie, crew, Team Social, all my lovely crafty people from a rainy, dreary Oak Park near Chicago. Our lovely Lynn Bledsoe's on YouTube as well. She said, hello from Indiana. I'm excited as I've just got my Swash State Sentiment dies with a few other goodies. Do let us know what you're waiting for.
Yeah.
And do keep these comments coming in and any questions you want to ask about anything that Lily's doing or anything that's been making your head scratch or you can't quite work out, anything to do with box making, ask away, because that's what we're here for. We're live, we're interactive for the next hour and a half now nearly. But yeah, do join in and pass those, do join in, join the comments, put them over to our lovely Susie and we'll answer the, well, I say I will answer them, no won't. I'm going to let Lily answer them because our lovely Lily is the expert today and a finer expert. You couldn't ask for a better expert actually if you want to ask any questions. She's a fountain of knowledge, she really is.
Well, I'll do my very best and if I can't answer, we'll throw it over to Debbie. So between us, we should get there. But all we've gone ahead and done while we're reading some of those lovely comments is actually added our mats and layers onto our box. So we've got our, you can see we've got our little flap at the bottom there. That's where our large square goes. And then at the top there, we've got our 3 rectangles. All I've done then is I've added some of my 12mm red liner tape, which is the thickest of the 3 widths that we do, onto those 2 top tabs and those 2 ones which are exactly the same size. No adhesive onto those 2 outer tabs and that bottom flap. And then all we're going to do is we're going to build this box together. So simple to build these boxes. It really is super, super easy, especially if you've never made a box before. This is a great place to start, especially given that you've got the dies included as well. So just match up that edge with the score line that we've got onto there, and then just do exactly the same with the other two. Once you've done one side, it's just a case of rinsing and repeating and doing exactly the same for the other 3 sides. So just match that up onto that. And with us using a 300 GSM card, it's going to be nice and sturdy. It's going to hold those score lines nicely. And if you put your plenty of goodies on there, it's still going to hold those nice and firm. And that's going to give us our box just like so. Of course, you could be adding a little fastening onto there. It could be something like a little magnet or a hook and loop dot. But of course, just using it without, it's still going to be nice and sturdy. So that's one of our boxes. All we've gone ahead and done ahead of time is created another one exactly the same. So you can see on that back section there, neither of them have any mats and layers, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to stick the 2 together to create our double box, if you like. So what we're going to do is going to bring in some of our red liner tape, and that's just going to go on the back to start to stick these 2 together. And they're literally just going to be stuck back to back, really easy to stick these 2 together. No sort of complicated measurements you need to work out, just literally 2 of exactly the same box and then stick them together. So once again, red liner tape, and I would always recommend your red liner tape for your construction projects. It is a super strong adhesive. It grabs really quickly, of course, with it being a strong tape, but once it's in position, you know it's not going anywhere. And if you are worrying a little bit about having to line this up perfectly first time, my top tip will be bring in a wet glue like your Collal tacky glue or all-purpose, and then just put a little bit of that over the backs of that tape where you've peeled off the backing. That's going to give you a little bit of wiggle room. So then as we start to line these up, you've got that time to manoeuvre. Easiest way I find to do this is pop them both flat down onto your glass mat, then look from above and line them up top and bottom. And because they're both down onto your glass mat, that you know they're going to be at the same level, just making sure they're lined up top and bottom. Once you're happy with that, that is going to be perfectly stuck together. And with it being red liner tape, it's going to stick nice and quickly. So that's the basis of our box, all good to go. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring in a strip of cardstock. So this is an inch, about 3/4 of an inch by 8 inches. And we're just going to give that a little bit of a bend to start to break down the fibres and give that a little bit of shape, because it's going to be the like the handle for our little picnic basket. So nice little curve onto there, and that's going to wrap around our box, our 2 boxes, just like so. So let's use some of our red liner tape. Again, the 12mm, so we're going to have a piece on one end and a piece on the other one, and that is going to secure our little handle to our 2 boxes. You don't have to apply the handle if you don't want to, but I think it gives it quite a sweet little finish to have the handle layered onto your box. And very easy, just with a guillotine or trimmer to trim down about a 3/4 of an inch by 8 inches. But if you want a thicker handle, absolutely you can do that, or a longer or a short handle. That choice is entirely yours. Then let's just go in and line up one side at a time. So lining that up with both boxes, making sure I've got sort of even amount on the left and the right hand sides. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, just bending that round. And with it being red liner tape, you know you're going to have a nice, quick, strong grab onto there. And that's going to give us our cute little handle. We've taken a couple more of the dies from the collection, those beautiful circular nesting dies. We've actually taken a stamp from the Nature's Garden Kingfisher collection, Birthday Wishes. So if you've got your hands on that fabulous range earlier on for that craft along, you'll have that included in there as well. Then let's bring in a couple of these little circles. Now these are included as part of the collection of these dies, and they just finish off those areas perfectly. So where you've got the handle where it joins the box, I think it's a nice touch to have your little, almost like faux buttons if you like. Of course you could be using real buttons onto there if you so choose, but having the die included, you've got that option of actually using that die to finish off that area there. So let's just pop that onto there, something like that, and then try and get it nice and symmetrical on the other side, so it's going to have that nice flow from both sides of the box. I think that looks about right. Then just to finish it off, all we've got is we've got a few of our paper flowers just from our craft stash, and I thought, you know what, we'll add a few of these onto here. So we've got some of our lovely flowers. This one, this gorgeous daisy, is actually a Violet Studio flower, I believe. Farmstead Easter, if I remember rightly. So I'm sure a lot of you guys at home will have flowers similar to these, if not exactly the same, in your crafty stash already. And this is just going to be the finishing touch. So let's bring in a few of these flowers. I think this is going to be ideal for springtime as we start to think about those warmer days. Maybe you're going to be filling this with Easter treats and you're getting ahead on those Easter creations, because at the end of the day, you know what it's like. It will be here literally before we know it. So why not get ahead? I mean, honestly, Debbie, I saw your post last night about the Easter eggs in the stores.
Yeah, I was in the local B&M store. I don't know if the statesides know, because I'm not sure if it's a global place or just a UK thing, but a bargain store. And I was walking down, I was looking for some extra baubles for my Christmas tree, and lo and behold, from bottom shelf right through the top, piles and piles and piles of Cadbury's Easter eggs. You know, the little mini ones, which I absolutely love, and I'm really upset that we don't have it as a regular chocolate throughout the year, because I think we've been small enough, it should be. So I bought a box straight away.
I'm not even I don't blame you.
I put a little poll on there, a bit divided. The results were like, no, it's too early. I'm like, it's never too early for a Cadbury's cream egg, in my eyes, never too early. But yes, a lot of people were like, no, it's too early. It's too early, but yeah, we're really shocked.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when you put that on. I thought, blimey, we've not even got Christmas out of the way. But I don't mind. Get the Easter chocolate in early. Who cares? Get yourself an Easter egg for Christmas. Why on earth not? Can you imagine that if you bought somebody an Easter egg for Christmas? That'd be hilarious. Oh dear. Right, let's get back to this. Let's just pop off.
This is looking lovely, Lily.
I mean, super simple, really. It's just a few mats and layers onto a couple of boxes, a few of your paper flowers that I know we all have in our crafty stash. If you're anything like me, you struggle to use them because they're too pretty, so I thought, you know what, let's actually use them for once rather than hoarding them all. But just hot glue onto there is the perfect way to hold them into position. Nice, simple project to start with. But that's how easy your box making can be.
Absolutely beautiful, and really truly it is, because the dies do all the hard work for you, so you don't have to work out like measurements, you don't have to work out, you know, cutting things down to size. You simply use the dies, and that's one of the ways that you can use that fabulous die set. I absolutely love these. I think, and I genuinely mean it, I think it's because it doesn't just do with the one box, it does multiple different ones. Talked about this before, so I'm going to be very careful how I word this one. That one, the prism, can be used once, or twice, or 3 times, is all I'm going to say this time. Or you simply line up, and you can see just how many you can get. There's 6 in total that you can get if you want to get that roll up. There's lots of ways that you can use the prism one. And then, of course, the beautiful picnic box that our lovely Lily has just shown you can be used as a 1 box, a 2 box, or the 4 boxes that you see, by using those templates to create that beautiful box system, which is just absolutely glorious. For me, the glorious thing is the price, because £25 or $30 is the price that you would pay if you weren't in Club Inspire. But because you're all in Club Inspire, you'll get your extra deducted membership off there, and the lowest you'll go to is that purple box, which is the, if you're brand new to Club Inspire today and sign up, you'll get it at that taster price. Or for any of our platinum members, £20 or $24. And of course, if you haven't already, and this is the first time you've ordered, that will automatically go into your basket, which is our 2023 gift, platinum gift, and it's absolutely fabulous. We love it here. Absolutely love that. Now, loads of comments still to go to, which I'll come back to in a minute, but we've got a really cute little video that our Terry has sent in. So are we going to show this now? Right, let's just have a quick peek.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, bells on bobtails ring, in spirits bright, what fun it is to ride and sing the sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Oh, Terry, thank you so much for sending that in. Nicola's still crying with laughter in my ear. It's absolute class. We love it. Where did you get it from, Terry? do share. Thank you for sending that in, though. A nice little musical interlude there. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you for sending that in, because it's put a smile on all of our faces. I love, do you know, I am a little bit of a bar humbug. I've been dragged kicking and screaming into the festive spirit for the last couple of years, but I love things like that. They put a real smile on your face and fill your heart with a lot of warmth and love. So thank you very much for sending that in. I've had a question. It's a non-boxy question, so I'm hoping you'll be able to help Lillian out. Because Lillian's popped on here. First things first though, Lillian, I've tried Febreze, because she said to me, have you used Febreze? I've tried it, it's not working. So I'm not going to try that one again. And also Rhonda, I promise I'm not putting baking, did I say powder? Yeah, it's baking soda. Rhonda, I promise. I promise that's what I'm going to put in there, not baking powder. Because I probably just said that off the top of my head. However, Lillian's asked, can I ask a non-boxy question, Lily? She's trying to make cards with the Frosty and Bright Enchanted Christmas Tree embossing folder. So that's that beautiful embossing folder with the Christmas tree in the centre. Yep. She said, but it keeps making unsightly wrinkles in the bottom third. She's tried glitter, mirror and playing card. She said the non-coated card fared the worst, and she's doing it in a midi. So is there any little top tips that you can give her?
Sounds to me like the pressure's a little bit too high, because quite often when the pressure is too high on your die cutting machine, when you're running those embossing folders through, it can cause them to wrinkle. So do see a way that you can actually reduce up that pressure in your machine if possible. Could just be taking one of those shims out. You might then need to add a few more shims in terms of a few sheets of cardstock, but give that a go, give that an experiment. What I find as well is if I actually cut my cardstock to slightly smaller than the folder, it reduces the chance of wrinkling. If you're embossing a piece which is larger than the actual folder itself, sometimes it can wrinkle around the edges as well. So just a couple of top tips. Give that a go and let us know how you get on. But yeah, try and reduce the pressure if you possibly can.
Thank you very much, Lily. Stephen Nicole said his parcel's just arrived. I think Stephen's been waiting for one as well, so, and he's here in the UK. Carletta Morris says, that is lovely, Lily. Rhonda Crowley's Creation said she loves those little boxes. She went, hey, boo-boo, here's your picnic basket. I love it. I love it. Lois has put a very sweet box. Thank you, Lily. Those papers are so pretty. Shadaya says, hi, everyone, again. It's to Debbie and Lily. Was watching Craig, because Craig is down at our Hobby Maker channel. Not sure what time he was finishing today, though, Lily. Can you remember?
I'm not sure off the top of my head, to be honest with you. No.
Yeah. Oh, I've got another question for you, Lily.
Oh, yep.
So Christina Sayer on YouTube says, ladies, I'm new to box making, but finding my base is bowing in slight as the lid is snug. Can you advise me what to do? Do I make the base smaller?
So if you're using your scoreboards, if you're using your like your Ultimate Pro or your boxer boards, you should have one side for your box base and one side for your box lid. So that technology is already built into these scoreboards. If I bring in my scoreboard here, we've got our fantastic Score Master. You can see on that left-hand side, that's your box lid. So the measurement from the left is actually that true measurement. So score that one for your box lid, and then for your box base, score that on the right-hand side. You'll find that then they're ever so slightly different sizes, so they should fit over each other perfectly. If you're cutting your card to exactly the same size, scoring it on exactly the same line, on the same side of your scoreboard, they're going to be exactly the same size, so they're not going to fit together. Make sure you've got yourself one of our scoreboards, and that will take care of all of that box making for you. No need to think or worry about extra measurements. That scoreboard will do it all for you.
Thank you very much. Absolutely smashing. Now, we're going to take a small break because Lily's getting ready. As you see, she's busy getting ready for the next demonstration, which you don't want to miss, especially if you've just seen that first one, because it was absolutely beautiful. It gives you a chance to check out any of your baskets if you want to do that right now, or grab a cuppa, because it's entirely up to you. But we've got a little video all about, talking of Mr. Laird, Crafty Man Craig.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at Craft Wars to Leanne. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sarah sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lottie for his charm and skill. They went quite potty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much.
Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place.
Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
Went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with the and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some.
We need to update that. There's been many more since. Many more. But always a fun watch. I absolutely love that one. And who can't help themselves? Just talking to Lilly before when we listened to Crafty Man Craig, saying that I heard it on the radio the other day. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, where have I heard this song before? And then I realised it was Crafty Man Craig, but the version, Ben's version, and I thought, I much prefer ours. Ours is much better. Much better. So welcome back to our masterclass. Our Lily's still busy, beavering away over the other side. And if you saw the first demonstration, you'll know that these, seriously, a beautiful, it's a box making special, it's a box making masterclass, and it's been a beautiful first demonstration. I can't wait to see what she's got lined up her sleeve for the next one, because the next one, we have got, do you know, I've not seen these for ages. Cannot remember the last time I saw them. And these are our dimensionals. This is our shadow box. Now, there was different sizes when we first launched this. This is the 6x4 with 21 dies. That's a lot of dies. And a real fabulous, easy to make shadow box frame, and then lots of lovely different elements from corner dies to these different types of strip dies that you use with whichever way you want to use them, and then simply makes the most beautiful shadow box, so you can frame sentiments in there, you can frame pictures in there. It's an absolutely beautiful die set, and look at the price. The saving on this one is huge. £19.99 or $22.47. It's half the original price. Now that's off the original price, but of course you take off your Club Inspire membership, and the lowest tonight that you'll pay is £15.99 or $17.98, which is incredible. An incredible saving for a fantastic die set that I know Lily is the way to show us how to put these together, because they look complicated, Lily, but how easy are they to use?
Super, super easy. And we're actually going to do a doubler. So we're going to stick two together and create almost like a little bit of a box. But the mechanism is going to be exactly the same. So once you've, for one of the boxes, just go ahead and do the same for the other, and you will be good to go. So first up, let's take that large mechanism die. So once again, you can see here, great big die. It's going to fill all of that A4 cardstock pretty much edge to edge. You've got all the score lines as part of that die, all the cut lines as well. And so all we're doing is we're taking a piece of our A4. It's back again, the white linen cardstock. Blimey, how many demos has it been on today? Good grief. But we're taking a sheet of that A4 in size, 300 GSM, so we know it's going to be nice and sturdy for creating our shadow boxes. And we're literally just going to run that through our Gemini die cutting machine, just like so. And then we'll take our die. You can see there the die has cut through absolutely perfectly. First time through, you've got both all of the cut lines on there and all of the score lines as well. At this point, we're going to bring in some of our other dies that we've got as part of the collection, which are our fabulous sort of our edge dies. So what you can do is you can actually cut these into the sides of your boxes to give you apertures, but these couple here actually cut out, so it allows you to cut those designs out and then add them back onto your shadow boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the long side and the short side, and of course with this being a rectangular box, you're going to need two of the long, two of the short. We've gone ahead already and cut a couple, well, one of each, so we're going to cut one more of each. This time, once again, we're using that gorgeous 12 by 12 inch luxury cardstock in the pastels. This time using the beautiful pink in that textured, that lovely textured linen finish on there. So that's going to give us that really nice expensive look and feel. I always think there's something really luxurious about using your linen cardstock, especially when you're creating a gift like this could be. I think that is a beautiful touch to have that slight little linen weave onto there. So one pass through the machine, we've cut both of those at once just to save us a little bit of time. Then all it is a case of doing, and what you can do is you can actually ink through those areas if you so choose, but we're going to keep this tone on tone, and you can see there it sort of debosses some of those areas. So let's just pop these out of the die. You can see it's cut beautifully, and then what we've got here is we've got two of each. So we've got two of the long side and two of the short side, and that's going to be what we need to create one of our beautiful shadow box frames. Now ahead of time, just to save us a little bit of time, I've taken that same die cut that we've just gone ahead and done, but I've just already added on some of our red liner tape. Now you've got quite small thin tabs here, so your 3mm width is going to be absolutely ideal for adding onto these shadow boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pokey tool and we're just going to peel off the backing from that red liner tape. I'm actually going to peel the backing off all of the pieces at once, but if you find it a little bit more manageable, what you can do is just peel the backing off a couple of those areas at a time, and then sort of peel back more as you go and as you need to. But let's go ahead and actually take off all of that red liner tape backing. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need red liner tape onto those 4 outer tabs, and then these 4 little squares that you've got on that little extension, you've got one on each corner. You need a little piece of your red liner tape onto each one of those, and that will be enough to stick your shadow box together. So then let's peel back all of these backings. You know what our red liner tape is like. It can be a little bit pesky, as we were talking about earlier. But just go ahead and go around. What I did do ahead of time as well after I die cut, same sort of technique as I did with that last demonstration. I actually reinforced those score lines using my scoring tool and scoreboard, but that is totally up to you whether you want to do that or not. And then the first thing that I like to do as I'm building this is actually to stick these small tabs together. So almost like you're building a box, same sort of technique that was shown in that last demonstration, just building all of those sides together. in the 4 sort of most inner corners, if you like, and that's going to start to build our shadow box together. These are actually super simple to put together. Once you've done one, you will literally be away with these shadow boxes. I love these. I think they're absolutely fantastic. You can use them all year round. You can decorate them using literally anything you like in your crafty stash, but I love the fact that you also get decoration dies as part of these die sets. So then what we're going to do is going to stick the 2 longest sides in first. So just curl that over just like so until that red liner tape is going to catch along that bottom, along that back of our shadow box, and then just make sure you burnish that into position. If you're worrying about sort of getting it right first time, same technique as we did with that last demo, just pop a little bit of your wet glue onto the back of your red liner tape once you've peeled off the backing, and then you're going to have that little bit of wiggle room if you need it. Completely up to you, especially if you're new to crafting, then that's definitely a good little one to go for. And then once we've got our 2 sides in, we've started to reinforce those creases to make sure that's nice and secure. You'll feel that's really quite sturdy once it's been built. Then it's a case of then just popping our 2 shorter ends into position. So just bend them over, making sure it's nice and level and parallel with that box sort of base, if you like, underneath, and then let's just burnish that down. And then exactly the same on that other one, just slide that into position, making sure that you've got that lined up, you've got those nice right angles in the corners, so it's nice and straight. Once you're happy that it's in position, then just start to burnish that down and you will have that beautiful shadow box. Just give that a moment to grab. Of course, if you're using a wet adhesive, it will take an extra few minutes to grab, but with it being a red liner tape, it does grab pretty quickly. And that is our shadow box all good to go. Now what we've done now is we've taken a few more of those dies from the collection, so you're getting all of these beautiful decorative dies included too. It's not just about creating the actual shadow box, it's about decorating it all up as well. So we've got the couple of sort of sides that we're going to pop on in just a moment, but first this is going to go into the back sort of inside, if you like, of our shadow box. So we're going to layer our pink pearl piece onto our pink linen piece. Both of these cardstocks have come again from that lovely pastels pad that we have over on the outlet sale actually on the website. So let's just add some of our tacky glue from our fine tip glue applicator over the back of this piece, and we're just going to layer them together. So we've got the backing of our textured card and then the lovely detail from our pearl card. Let's just keep going round. I do, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Absolutely, so delicate and intricate, absolutely beautiful. I'm loving the colours you've chosen again, Lily, they're really nice, these colours.
Definitely Lily colours these, that is for certain. You know I love me pinks, love me purples. So the first demonstration, purples, definitely Lily colour. Second demo, pinks. Yeah, definitely Lily colours, that is for sure. But think of this, it could be a home decor piece for a little girl's bedroom. That would be ideal with these soft, gentle colourways. Even for a little baby's room, perhaps as well, that would work nicely. While that's just grabbing, let's bring back in these pieces that we cut to go alongside the frame. You can see how beautifully they're going to finish off our die cut frame. So that little extra bit of detail that you've got included in the die set, you can pop onto here. So again, going in with our tacky glue, making sure that we've got plenty over the back here, so they're going to stick nice and firm onto our box frame. And then you've got one for each and every single side, of course, 2 of the short and 2 of the long, making this look really professional and really finished off. Love the fact that in that die set as well, you've got options when it comes to your box side. So you could be using these pieces that lay over the top like we're doing here. Of course, you could be using them completely blank. You don't need to add these additional pieces on if you don't want to. It still looks absolutely fantastic. And if you're using your coloured or patterned or textured card, then it's going to look amazing even without the extra decorations. But you've also got dies that sort of cut into your cardstock, even dies that allow you to do ribbon threading effects as well into your frame, which looks absolutely outstanding. You've got a few examples actually on the packaging of that sort of technique. So once again, we're giving you so much versatility within each and every single die set that we bring to you. So you've just got options when it comes to your crafting, which I always think is fabulous. It's not sort of a one size fits all. You've got one box die. This is exactly what you make. Just like we were seeing with those dies we looked at for the first demo, it allows you to create lots of different kinds of boxes, and it's the same sort of idea with these fantastic shadow frames. I just love these dies. I think they're fabulous, so much fun, and like I say, they're going to work with all sorts you've already got in your crafty stash.
Fabulous. It's looking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Terry Anderson's been back on. She said, I'm glad it's made you smile. She got that beautiful dog, the singing dog, from a big box store in clearance. So I absolutely love things like that. And talking of that dog singing, Anna Gosling-Smith said, little Kiri ran over to watch it, and then she went, doggies don't sing.
This one does.
She's not wrong, is she? Yeah, she's a clever little girl, she is. We have had a question from Hannah, but I'm going to let Lily finish this particular demo before I ask that question. So Hannah, just stay tuned. It's about, she's wanting some advice on a certain size box. So we'll address that one in a moment. So we've got your question, Hannah. We will come back to that in a moment. And Trish Lestelle on YouTube says, hello again from Reno in Nevada. Good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning, whatever time zone you're in.
Love to have your company. So what we've gone ahead and done already is we've created another of exactly the same of those box frames. So we've got a couple of those. Then we've taken another piece of our linen card, this time cut down to 6.5 by 9 3/4, and we've scored it at 4 1/4 on one side, and then we've just flipped and rotated it and scored it at 4 1/4 on the other. And this is where our boxes are going to go into the centre. But before we pop them onto there, we just want to pop our ribbon fastening, so it's going to be hidden by those box frames. So let's pop on our ribbon onto one side, and then we've got another piece of ribbon that's going to go onto the top side. So what we're going to do is just close that to make sure it's going to be level with the one on the other side, so it's going to tie together perfectly when we close it, and that's going to be enclosed by our box frames. Then all we need to do is stick our box frames down, and now your red liner tape, of course, like we've been saying, is going to be super strong, but you could be using your wet glues as well. You could be using your tacky glues. Either of those will work an absolute treat on the back of here. I think what we'll go ahead and do is we'll pop a couple of strips of red liner tape to give us that strong instant grab, but then we'll add a little bit of our collal all-purpose as well to give us a super strong bond onto this project. So what we're going to do is just peel back our red liner tape backing. So a couple of pieces onto those long ends. Let's just peel that back just like so. And then let's bring in the other one. And like we were saying earlier, it's a case of just mastering that box. Once you've done one, you can do exactly the same to the other. So it's nice and easy. Definitely almost like a practice thing. Once you've got up and running, then you'll be good to go. But the beauty of these as well is the fact that we actually include all of the instructions in the packaging as well. So if perhaps you can't remember how to put them together, you just want that little bit of reassurance, that step-by-step guide, you've got that included in the packaging as well, which is amazing to get that included too. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to line that up, so making sure we've got an even border left and right, top and bottom, and then we just need to do exactly the same to our other one. So that's going to have a little bit of our collal on there just to give us a little bit of wiggle room if we need it, and then let's just line that up top and bottom, left and right, and that's going to give us the start of our box frame just like so. A couple of sentiments we're going to pop into the middle. So we've gone for something a little bit motivational. I thought that'd be quite nice if we're thinking about our home decor pieces. So we've gone for the best is yet to come, and then we've also stamped you got this. And just using some of our circle nesting dies, I thought was quite a nice finish to pop that into the middle. And then in order to finish this off, we've actually got a few of our flowers that we've created using some of our foam. Absolutely love creating my foam flowers, and I thought these would work a treat into the into sort of the corners of our box. So we've created these using some of our foam. You will find lots of foam and flower dies over on the website. We popped a few stamens into the centre, and now I'm just snipping off the backs of our stamens so that these will sit a little bit easier onto our box frame. Then let's just take our hot glue and just a little bit onto the back of here. Let's pop one in that top left-hand corner, sort of nestle that inside there. And then for balance, we're going to pop one down in that bottom right-hand corner, just like so. And this is just the finishing touches. Maybe you've got ready-made flowers, a bit like we used in the previous demonstration. Those would work a treat as well, but any sort of embellishments look fabulous inside these box frames, especially when you've got anything sort of 3D. So maybe it's going to be a lot of really deep decoupage that you've got. That works a treat. Anything can be placed in these at all. They look amazing for Christmas as well. So definitely something that'll be taking your crafting the whole year through, that is for certain. And then let's pop the finishing touch, that final little one, onto that bottom right hand side, and you have got a very, very easy shadow box. Of course, you could be adding extra foliage in there. Might do that in the break. Might add a few of my extra leaves into here just in the break. But just as a starting point, you can see how easy it was to create that lovely little shadow box. Then you can literally just pop that together, tie that in a ribbon bow, then the recipient can open it up and they've got that gorgeous in the centre.
That is absolutely gorgeous, Lily. Absolutely beautiful. And Kat Butts also said she loves this. She's so clever that she thinks she could do it as well. It's absolutely stellar. If you want to get older, you want to be able to create something, but you don't know how to do that, well, this is the box die that does that for you. It's our Dimensionals metal die. It's called the Shadow Box, which is the 4x6. And there's 21 dies in there. Corner dies, strip pieces in there, the actual worker frame. There is so much in there that you are getting for your money. It's a lot of metal for your money. And of course, the platinum price is £15.99 or $17.98. And you can get hold of that and you can create that beautiful project that Lily's done. I have to say, Lily, it's absolutely stunning. I can see you adding those extra little details.
Add a few leaves on, so we'll have a little look at this at the end when we do it.
Yeah, honestly, it's absolutely gorgeous. It really, truly is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And what I will say is that you take that inspiration, you've got the die, you take that inspiration, grab hold of it today. It's an amazing price for an amazing die set, and you, of course, could be creating something like that yourself. Now then, we are moving into our second. I can't believe it, Lily. It flies by.
It really does, doesn't it?
We're moving into our second hour of our masterclass. For those just joining us right now, my name's Debbie Robinson. We've got the gorgeous Lily over the other side, who's just made the most beautiful box. This is a box making masterclass special using our dies that we have in our many, many dies that we have in our box making to make box making easy. If you saw the class a couple of weeks ago with our Sarah, she showed you how to make boxes on the, on the Ultimate and onto the scoreboards. But this is a different way. It's one of those that maybe that's just a bit too complicated for you, or maybe you want to make boxes with ease. Well, these is the right. You're in the right place, the right time, the right place to get hold of some great deals and also get some fabulous inspiration from our fantastic Lily. Because honestly, that box was beautiful, and I can see she's busy doing those little finishing touches that we'll say in a minute. Now, we do have lots of people still commenting. Any questions? I've seen a couple of questions that I'm going to address to our Lily in a moment or two. Bet, now then, are we moving on to the other fabulous die that we've got in the collection? Oh, can I? Oh, fabulous. Yeah. Thank you very much. Producer Nick says, fire away, get those questions answered. So I will do, because I don't want to ignore anybody that's been sending questions in. This is an interactive channel. We say this while we're live, and it's interactive. You can ask those questions. And there has been a couple. I will just say, though, Lily, lots of lovely comments from Lois, who said a beautiful box. She would have never thought to do this. So she says, thank you, Lily, so much. So does Sue Benson. She's saying, thank you, lovely Lily. Now then, Stephanie's asked, beautiful Lily, how do you figure the space in between for different size frames?
Good idea. Good question there. So all I've gone ahead and done is I measured the depth of one of the boxes, okay? So the actual spine on this is measuring 1 3/4. So what I did is I measured the depth of one of the boxes, times it by 2, because obviously we've got 2 boxes, and then I added on 1/4 of an inch, just so you've got that extra little bit of room on there to take into account where you've got your flowers and your 3D dimensions. So you want to measure the 2 depths of the 2 boxes, then add on about 1/4 of an inch. It will give you that extra little bit of wiggle room. In terms of the spacing around the outside, obviously this is a 4 inches by 6 inches shadow box, but just to give us a little bit more room, I cut it to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So you've got that 1/4 of an inch around the edge, which gives you that ever so slight border, which I think finishes it off quite nicely. Gives it a box look and feel.
Honestly, it's stunning. I did say to you that I thought I knew what the demo of the day were going to be. Not anymore, because that is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Shania says, love that idea. She's got that die collection, so she's going to give that a try. Carol Byrne on YouTube says, think it would be lovely in red and green. Would be lovely in any colours. We know our Lily loves the pinks and the purples, and it does look absolutely beautiful. I've had a couple of questions, though. One from our lovely Anna from earlier. She said, if you're making a box for something that is 8 inches long, do you need to allow a little extra space for the box base? So if it was a 2-inch height, would that be 12-inch long, or does it need to be 12.5 inches? So I was just thinking, if you're making it with a box maker, Because I've had this question before, Lily, and I always look at whatever I need to do and then add the inches in either side. Do you?
Yeah. So if I've got, say if I've got an item which is 3 inches by 3 inches square, I'll think I need like an extra 1/4 inch, just so it's got room to manoeuvre about in that box. You don't want it to be, the box to be exactly the same size, otherwise it sort of won't fit in. So I'll measure that item. So let's say then it's going to be 3 1/4 inches square. Then I'll decide what depth I want to that box. So perhaps it's going to be 2 inches. So I'm going to do 2 sides at 2 inches, which is 4 inches. Add on my 3 1/4. 4, 5, 6, 7 1/4. Now, then the key part is you're going to cut your cardstock, both of those pieces for your lid and your base, to the same size. Because like we were shown earlier, when you've got a scoreboard that's got that inbuilt box making technology, so for example on our scoreboard, our Score Master here, you can see on the left hand side it says box lid, and the right hand side it says box base. So cut your 2 pieces to exactly the same size. The lid, butt it up against the left hand side, and then your base, you're going to butt it up against the right hand side. You get the true measurement from the left. If you're measuring from the right, it's not actually quite a true measurement, which is what gives you that slightly different size, slightly different depth to your box, lid and base, and then they should fit over each other absolutely perfectly. Hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, let us know and we'll try and answer again.
Thank you, Lily. That's fabulous. Another couple of questions as well, if I can, before we move on to the next thing. This is not maybe a box making one, but it's something that I thought we'd address anyway. Because you Expressions by Candy on YouTube says, if you're out of the gilding flake glue, is there anything else that you can use when applying it to paper?
Depends
when using a stencil, I should add. I'm not sure what that little bit meant, but is there anything else other than because it's a different kind of a glue, isn't it, that we've got? You're trying to, right, sorry, producer Nick says, I think she's trying to do gilding flakes through a stencil. Is there any top tips on the glue when you haven't got the special gilding glue?
I'd say get yourself some the gilding glue, to be honest with you. That for me is the best way. If you're using it through a stencil, then you do need that specialist glue. It's different to all the other glues. So with a normal glue, if I was to pop this all over my paper and left it for a couple of hours without sticking anything to it, it would dry. Whereas with your gilding flake glue, if you pop that over, before you pop anything over the top, it's not going to dry. So it's different in formulation. Our tacky glue, of course, is super strong, but it's not being designed for your gilding flakes. So if you're doing techniques like stamping, like sponging through your stencils to use with your gilding flakes, definitely get yourself some of that gilding flake glue. You should find it over on the website as well. It's in a lot of the kits. So like for example, our Bohemian collection had a gilding flake kit that has the glue in as well. So if you're looking for an inexpensive way to pick up the glue, that could be the way to go. However, having said that, if you're doing different techniques, you can use your double-sided sheets, your self-adhesive ones, those will work. Your double-sided foam sheets as well, you can adhere your gilding flakes to those, and also your red liner tape and your double-sided. You can do like thin strips and border with those. But if you're going over your stencil, I would definitely say, I don't know about you, Debbie, but I'd definitely say you need your gilding flake glue, really.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to get the best results every time. One more glue question, if I can, Lily. C. Newkirk on YouTube says, what kind of glue do you use to add glitter to a die cut?
Glitter to a die cut? I would use my tacky glue personally. It depends how much you sort of want to apply over. If you want lots and lots of glitter over there, use one of your double-sided sheets and actually die cut that with the double-sided sheet on there, and then you can have sort of all-over glitter design. Our glue pens as well are absolutely fantastic. We do our ballpoint, we do our chisel, and we do our bullet as well. So if you're wanting to add spot areas of your glitter, add those glue pens on. Once they're ready, they go blue, pop your glitter over the top and you'll be good to go. But if you want to go for slightly larger areas, fine tip glue applicator with your tacky glue is the one to go for.
Thank you very much, Lily. Trish Listell on YouTube says, loving this masterclass, spending time with the vivacious Debbie. Ooh, I like that one. And the lovely Lily as well. And she said, what a fabulous box. She got that die last month and now she's motivated to break it out and create. Thank you for the inspiration. That is exactly what we're here for, producer Nicola. It is indeed. That's why we are a little bit, we do stand out from the crowd when it comes to things like this, because we offer you not only, obviously this is a place to buy all your lovely crafty goodies, but it's the inspiration that you get from us 24/7. It says so down there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Down there. Down there. It says it down there, 24/7 now, where you can join in at any time and get loads of inspiration, which I know we should definitely, James, have a sign that says point here for this, point here for this. When it comes to the L, we should have little pointer signs so we can remember. Our However, we are going to move on. Keep your questions coming in, keep your comments coming in as well. But we have the most amazing cardstock bundle before we move on to the next box making inspiration from our lovely Lily. Now this one, it's massive because does that say 10-piece on there? I thought it did. Now you're probably thinking 10-piece? For that price, £99, $120, you're probably thinking, really? Well, let's just take a look at what you're getting because I've got it all at the side of me here. Platinum price, £79.20 or $96. And you've got, well, some of my favourites, I'm not going to lie, I love the Ditzy Floral. Double-sided pearlescent sheets. A and B side of the most gorgeous Ditzy dainty florals, and the colours are exquisite. It's one of my favourite pads of 2023. Alongside that, you are also getting the larger floral, which is called the Botanic. Giving it a new name, Lily. Oh no, this one's not. Oh no. Well, it's a good job I've got my scissors.
Hey, it is, isn't it?
It is, because we're not leaving that there. We are going to open it up. We are going to have a little nosy inside it. Tracy, don't look. It's fine. It's fine. Talking of scissors, we'll talk about those in a moment. But this is beautiful. Again, gorgeous A and B size, but more of a larger 12 by 12 floral on this one. Can you see the pearlescent shine? You can see the gorgeous colours. You can see the fantastic illustration. This is an absolutely exquisite paper pad, but again, not the one, not the two, but we've got another one. I'm going to be having words.
Oh,
going to be having words, Lily. That better not be the same for all of them. Now, a matching pearlescent that will match with the Ditzy Floral and will also match with the fabulous Botanic paper. I say paper, there's no such thing as paper pads. This is cardstock, 250 GSM. It's construction weight cardstock, but it's got that most beautiful shine on there. And that one will match both of those so far. However, 36, we're on 108 up to now, and we're still going strong. From our Wild at Heart collection, love this one because it's the mixture of mirror cardstock and glitter cardstock in these two fabulous colours. I say two fabulous colours. They're actually that beautiful 12 by 12 encapsulated glitter cardstock in the black, in that beautiful chocolate, I call it the chocolate brown, and the beautiful hot pink. So you're getting in this one 20 sheets. Again, not just any old cardstock. This is proper construction weight. You've seen Lily using this already. This is the luxury mixed cardstock where you've got double-sided pearlescent and linen in those beautiful pastel colours. And there is 24 sheets into there. I'm hoping you're adding all of this up. Thank you very much. Then we've got luxury mixed cardstock in the gorgeous glittering gold, which is that beautiful double-sided pearlescent, and then the single-sided encapsulated glitter cardstock. 24 sheets in the glittering gold as well. Are we still adding them up? Fabulous. I'll move those to one side. I'll go through the 12 by 12 first. You've just seen it in the glittering gold. This one is the Regal Rose Gold, so that gorgeous warm tones of those Regal Rose. And again, 24 sheets, 12 of each encapsulated glitter cardstock and the pearlescent cardstock. What are you doing to me, Nick? This is gorgeous. The Kingfisher, the 12 by 12, 37 this one, because there is that sheet of sentiments that you can chop into, and then double-sided, beautiful Kingfisher themes, gorgeous colourways, stunning paper pad, and that has 37 sheets in there. Nick, are you adding them up? Thank you very much. And then lastly, we have got 10 sheets of our gorgeous encapsulated glitter cardstock in the lilac, and then Nina cardstock. And you've got to have a Nina, so you've got another 26 there, and you add that up. And Nina cardstock is our super smooth, perfect for any alcohol colouring, and a really good cardstock at that. Now then, how many was that, Nicola? 263 sheets. Ooh. Now we can do the maths, because I can't do the maths. Are we going to go into the platinum price maths? Shall we do that one? We'll do the platinum price maths. So the platinum price maths for all of those 10-piece collection, and you're going to divide that 200 and what was it, 63 into that price there. Who's got the calculator out? Let me know. Hit me with the numbers.
Oh.
I'm no good. Maths is not my strong point, Lily. I can see Lily. I can see her. She's calculating in her head over there.
Oh, I can't do that in my head.
Me neither. And I was going to use my calculator, but then I realised I'm using this for the comments, so I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
However, guys, have you come up with a number yet? What on earth? Right, what did we say? Divided by 263 works out at 30p a sheet. That's in UK money. Now, is that really right? 30p a sheet? Wow.
How many sheets is it again? Remind
263. That is an amazing. Oh, 4 calculators and we still can't get it right.
I think it's 30p a sheet.
30p, that's what I said.
Yeah, because it's £79.20 divided by 263.
Yeah,
so
about 30p
a sheet.
Yeah.
Or...
honestly, it's a stellar deal, regardless if we can add up or not. It's a really good deal. What was that?
37 cents.
37
30p, 37 cents.
Come on.
Can't go wrong.
Come on. Let's take a moment just to let that sink in for a second. There's 12 by 12 sheets in there. Beautiful cardstock, construction cardstock, pearlescent cardstock, glitter cardstock, and so much more. That is absolutely amazing, and that's why that price there in the purple box for all you platinum members or brand new to Club Inspire today, you can take advantage of that really fabulous deal. It seriously is a phenomenal deal. Yes, it is, Cheryl. Beautiful cardstock. It truly is. And how lovely Susie, she's put, the Ditsy floral paper is my newest favourite. It's so bright and cheery with the pearl rainbow cardstock. Yes, please. Absolutely. It is an incredible deal and well worthy of maybe, you know, for your cardstock. I say cardstock essentials. That's luxury. Absolute luxury. Now, we're going to move on. Just going to say right now, box making special. I mean, we could not, and I'm telling you, we could not do one without this fabulous die set. Now, this is our Ornate die set that creates boxes, and it's a special one, this one. First of all, look at the price. £9.99 or $14.97 is phenomenal. £7.99 or $11.98. This is an amazing set because you look at this and you're thinking, really? You're going to make a box out of that? Well, absolutely, you are going to do that because this is a fabulous die set that enables you with the use of a stencil that I'm going to show you right now. It's a stencil, it's a template that allows you to create a 4-sided box, a 5-sided box, a 6-sided box, an 8-sided box, and a 10-sided box from that one set. From the one set and the fabulous... Did you hear the sirens, Lily? I thought they were coming for me. Literally. Well, they are. We're giving these away to steal a price, aren't we?
These deals are criminal, quite
They are
frankly.
criminal. They're sending the sirens out for us tonight. But this is a really fabulous deal, and it's a fabulous price as well. And I know our lovely Lily has got a fabulous demonstration lined up her sleeve.
I do.
Oh, you do? Of course. I thought she's looking at me funny. I don't know what's going on for. Do you need the die, Lily?
I do, yeah.
I'll come on over. I'll just be a second. Throw to our lovely Lily while I just go and jog across the other side of the studio.
See, these dies are so rare that we've literally only got one set in the studio. We usually have at least 2. We've only got 1, so it's a rarity, but you can, thank you, Debbie, get your hands on this one at home. Now, what we're going to do with this one is going to create the most simple box, but it's the same sort of technique for those larger boxes with more size. It's just a case of adding more of the size, the die cuts, onto that base. So what we're going to do is going to start off with a little bit of die cutting. So you can see here you've got your outline die, and this is the one that's going to create your box size. So literally just going to peel back that die, and I would definitely recommend your some of your fantastic magnetic sheets to store these on. That's going to work a treat. So what we're going to do is we're going to die cut our outer die, which is going to be that box sort of construction part, if you like, from some of our lovely royal blue Centura pearl. You will find that as part of a bundle over on the website fantastic cardstock that you've got 310 GSM with your Centura pearl, so you know it's going to be nice and sturdy. And then we're going to also die cut our mats and layers at the same time using some of that beautiful Neon Dreams. Love that paper pad. It's a Debbie Robinson dress paper pad.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. One of our most popular items actually yesterday, so I thought, you know what, we'll bring it into this demonstration. And then we're going to do our 2 mats and layers from that 6x6 pad all in one pass through the die cutting machine. Nice and easy to pop that through. I think we're going to bring in some of the details actually. Neon Dreams at the bottom of your screens. You're getting both the 6x6 and the 12x12 for just £25 or $35. Steal of a deal when you're getting both sizes of paper pad. Here we are using the 6x6, just with it being quite small die cuts that we are using here, just so we don't lose any of that design by cutting into it. So here we have got our construction part, die cut from that gorgeous royal blue in the Centura pearl. Such a bold colour. I think it's absolutely sumptuous. Fancy word that, wasn't it?
Sumptuous, that's the big fancy word.
Quite like that indeed. And then we've die cut our lovely little mats and layers using that gorgeous Neon Dreams paper pad in the 6x6. So let's just pop all our dies back on the packaging. At the end of the day, this is the only one we've got, so we've got to make sure they're all on there just like so. Popping that onto there. Then as ever, whenever I'm using my box dies, the dies that actually score as well as cut, I always like to go in and reinforce those score lines, especially if you are using something coated like your Centura pearl. Just means that it's going to really minimise that risk of any of those score lines cracking as we start to fold this box together. So that would definitely be a top tip of mine. Just go back in, reinforce those score lines, and it's going to give you the most neat and crisp finish to your fabulous boxes. So let's just add that into there using our nice small scoring tool onto our scoreboard, lining that score line up along our black marker line onto our scoreboard, and then that's going to give us those pieces just like so. Then let's bring in some of our mats and layers and bring in our Collal all-purpose to just stick our mats and layers onto our box sides. So let's go one in that centre there, and then the other one, our lovely shaped one, is going to go onto that top flap. Again, matting and layering before we construct the box, you will find it an awful lot easier to get that really neat finish. So that's just going to lie onto the top of there, just like so. Then what we've done ahead of time is we've die cut another of these, again reinforcing those score lines, and then it's just going to be a case of bringing in those mats and layers because we've die cut multiples of these to stick onto all of our different pieces. So again, just bringing in our Collal, and I know a lot of the team will say and will recommend to use your tacky glue with your coated cardstocks like your fantastic Centura pearl that we're using here. I have to say I do still use my all-purpose. The only thing you've got to bear in mind is that because this is a coated cardstock and it's a solvent glue that we're using with the all-purpose, if that does sort of go onto your pearl and squidge out the sides, then that will actually strip the coating off with it being solvent. So you've got to be a little bit careful if you are going to use your all-purpose. Just make sure you go in slightly from the edges, not quite as close to the edges as you might usually pop your glue, but you will still be absolutely fine if you go ahead and use that particular glue. Now the next two, what we've done is we've actually popped a little hole using one of our hole punches into the top section there, and that's going to form the fastening for our box. So just using a single hole punch, you can pick those up quite easily, quite readily from things like stationery shops, and that's going to form the fastening for our box, which means for that top mat and layer, we've just gone ahead and also popped that little hole into there, so it's going to match up with our box itself. So that's not going to be covered by our mat and layer, and that's just going to lay onto there just like so. And we've done exactly the same with our second one. So we've got two with the hole at the top, and then we've also got two without the hole. Now before we stick these together, we're going to bring in the base. So as you open up your packet, you can see you've got your template to create the base. Here we've gone for the four-sided base, so all you need to do is basically draw around and cut it out to complete your finished box as the instructions are telling you. So your four-sided base, you just lay that onto your cardstock, draw around the edge, and you've got your base good to go. But before we bring in our base, we're going to start to stick the box sides together. So what we need to do in order to do that is going to make sure that we've reinforced all of those score lines. But because we've added those score lines back in using our scoreboard, we know they're going to be nice and easy to fold together. Then it's going to be a case of actually laying those tabs together like so. So onto one of them, you're going to need some of your red liner tape. Here we're going in with that nice thin 3mm width of our red liner tape. So it's going to be perfect to fit onto those tabs. Making sure you've got your sort of top there, but we're going to need to go for sort of alternating. So we go for one of our ones without a hole and then one of our ones with a hole, if that makes sense. So we're going to alternate between holy and holeless, if you like. So then let's just peel off the backing of this piece. So we're lining this up with the correct box side. Once again, red liner tape. I feel like I've gotten through an awful lot of red liner tape today. Goodness me, I dread to think how much of that I've gone through. But ideal, like we say, for all of your construction projects. Then what we're going to do is just going to line up those two tabs there to make sure they're aligned up nicely, and that's going to start to build our box together. So we've got one there where we've got our little hole cut out, so we're going to need to bring in the next one, which is one without the hole cut out. So then let's just peel back our red liner tape from that tab, bring back in this one, and the same process, just matching that up, lining that up, and as ever, if you are worried about getting that lined up first time round, just pop a little bit of your wet glue onto the back of there and you will be all good to go with a little bit of wiggle room. Let's peel that backing off of our red liner tape, and then we're going to secure our fourth and final one into position onto there. Love the fact that this is a smaller scale box, so it's going to be ideal if you are maybe adding in little bonbons. I'm thinking would be quite cute, something like sugared almonds. Maybe it's going to be a gift for a little one, something like some hairbands or hair clips. Just an inexpensive gift, but by popping it into a gorgeous box like this, it makes it look so much more special. Really is all in the presentation, and by creating your own boxes you can even match it to what's inside. So maybe you've got blue items that are going to go inside here. It could be little blue hair bobbles. You can of course be colour theming and pattern matching as well to what's inside the box, and then as well you can even create a card to match, which I think is that super professional finishing touch. Now we've got that on a continuous line, all we need to do is then just match up the left and the right hand side to form that into almost like a cylinder, if you like, and that's going to be the main portion of our box all good to go. Then let's go ahead and pop our base in. So let's fold two of our sort of bottom pieces there in, and then two of the other ones over the top. So what we need to do is add in some of our red liner tape that's going to go over the top of here. So let's pop some onto the base of this box. This is the piece, don't forget, that we cut out using that template. You can of course be using your scissors to cut this out with, you could be using your guillotine, your trimmer, whatever works best for you, whatever you've got in your crafty stash. Even if you favour your craft knife, that's still going to work an absolute treat. Of course, that choice is yours. If you want this really reinforced, maybe you've got quite heavy items that you're going to be popping into the centre of this box, what you could be going ahead and doing is actually popping in another of these in the inside, so you'd have a really reinforced base, which is going to give you a super strong box, which sometimes is what you need. So then let's go ahead and add, let's not stick that to there, come on Lily, there you go, silly Billy Lily once again strikes again. She's been here all day doing a silly little boo-boos, but that's a classic one, isn't it? Sticking your pieces to maybe a glass mat or pieces of your project that you don't want. That's the thing about red line, you've got to be a little bit careful, make sure it doesn't stick where you don't want it. Let's just pop that onto that, and then we're going to stick in the next two. If you need to reinforce that, just pop your hand on the inside of that box, and that's going to help secure that into position. A couple more pieces of red liner tape to secure the next couple of tabs, and then it's just going to be popping our base over the top. Such a super simple box to create, but like Debbie says, you look at that die to start with, you think there's no way that is going to create a box. It looks nothing like a box from that die itself. But it does create a box with absolute ease. When you've got the dies, when you've got beautiful cardstock as well to go with them, you are literally away. Super easy with these fantastic dies. So those two fold in just like so. At this point, I'm just going to reinforce that a little bit by popping my scissors inside to make sure that's nicely stuck. And then we're just going to go in with our box. So once again, to make sure that's lined up perfectly, we're going to add some of our glue onto the back there, and then that's just going to be placed onto the base. And of course, with using your stencil, using that template, you know it's going to be an absolute perfect fit. And then just to finish that off, let's just reinforce that inside. Then to fasten it, different ways you can fasten it. You have got different closures included in die form in that packet, but something a little bit different, we're actually going to tie some of our ribbon through. So there's two flaps without our holes in are going to be folded in first, and then we're going to bring in a piece of ribbon, really nice thin gorgeous blue ribbon that we've got here. We're going to thread that through one side. We're then going to go ahead, and this is always a tricky bit, isn't it? Going to go ahead and thread that through. Let's use our pokey tool to help that go through. Oh dear, that slipped out entirely. That did not go to plan. Let's try attempt number two. Let's pop that into that hole there. all fingers and thumbs, always easier when you're at home, that is for certain, but second time lucky, we have got that into there. Then all we're going to do is just pull that through a little bit more so it's nice and tight, so we've got a nice tight fastening, and then let's just tie a pretty little ribbon bow to finish that off. Love these boxes, just so cute, but like you can see, easy to create, nice to do it. It's a small little project. The first two projects have been a little bit larger, especially the last one with our double frame project that we created, so it's nice to see something a little bit more dinky. There's always something ever so cute by creating small boxes. Just tie that into position until you're happy. Keep pulling those tails until they're sort of like the length that you like, and then just to finish it off, I always like to cut those into a little bit of a fork, a little bit of an angle at the ends, just to give it that slightly more professional finishing touch. So let's go the other way, the opposite direction for that side. Nice sharp pair of scissors is key, especially when you're cutting your ribbon. I know a lot of us like separate scissors for our ribbon and for our paper crafts. That's going to finish it off, but one final thing, let's pop a sentiment onto the front side there. We've gone for happy birthday, just a little die cut sentiment from our stash, matte and laid it onto that blue. What a simple little box, just literally a little bit of matting and layering, but I just love the shape of those. I think they are super cute, but easy once you have got those fantastic dies.
Absolutely, and the beautiful thing about that die, that's a gorgeous demonstration and a beautiful use of those papers, but the beautiful thing about that Ornate box die is you can go dinky or you can go big, because you can go from 4-sided right up to a 10. So it's a 4, a 5, a 6, an 8 or a 10-sided box from that one die set with the use of that template, which I just think is phenomenal. And it really is, as Lily has shown you, very simple and very easy to put together. Loads of comments coming in. Evelyn Kiefer on Facebook says, I have this die set and never used it. I'm so glad Lily is showing us how to use it. As you saw, super easy, super simple, but absolutely stunning. You Expressions by Candy on YouTube says, wow, I can already tell this is going to be absolutely beautiful because she's using the neon paper. Thank you, Lily, for using it. Jay Presley on YouTube says, love the demos on box making. Thank you, CTV, Lily, Debbie and the crew. And also I love Lillian Harvey on Facebook said, hello again, Debbie, Lily and the amazing CTV team. The wonderful social superstar, that's our Susie today, and everyone. She's put, I'm late to the show because I've been at a family Christmas get-together, but now we're heading home and she's watching us in the car. Lovely. So it's lovely to have you with us, everybody who's joined us, all the lovely comments. Yes, Lynn, we've got loads of people saying, I hope you're not driving. Although, to be fair, I put mine on when I'm driving down. I have it on audio. So I'm not watching it, but I have it on audio. So I feel like I'm in the building with you and watching and listening to all the lovely things that go off on the shows. That was a beautiful demo. Lots of lovely love coming in for it as well. Lois saying, gorgeous box. I love that shade of blue. Thank you, Lily. Wait a minute. Oh, my days. For those people who have been listening, we've got a bit of news, breaking news, live update. Cat Butt, who's been waiting all day. She was 77, then down to about 16, whatever it was. Guess what's happened? It's arrived! Woo! I love it. I mean, God bless you. You have been very patient waiting for a very long time to get hold of your parcel today. So I'm glad you've got it, Kat. Do share with us what you've got. Now then, oh, look, she's put, it's here. We're going to take a short break. We're heading into the last half hour of the show, the final show for today. Final live show, should we say. Which way is it, James? Is it this way? Because normally we have it down there, don't we? Oh, it's taking it off. It's fine. Just when I'd learned out which way to go. Don't forget, it's just the live show. There it is, 24/7 we're on. So this is the last live show today, but of course you can watch at any time and tune in. Now, we're giving you a chance to check out your baskets for anybody. Perhaps you've got that gorgeous card deal there, that Cardstock deal, or perhaps you've gone for that fabulous box die, which I think is phenomenal, especially that price. Don't forget, for any Platinum members that haven't done so already, whatever it is that you've got in your box, this will automatically go in there. It's the 2023 gift to you guys. And it's absolutely fabulous. I'm not going to say any more. We're not going to do it today, are we, Lily? We're not going to do it. We might do it tomorrow, yeah, because we're in all day again tomorrow. I keep saying we're in all day tomorrow. We're not. We're in for the first two shows. But I'll tell you a little bit more on the other side of this. Please join us back in a moment.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. We might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses, so I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Archer, Jackwell Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinhole, Avon, Freeport, Mapleton, San Jose, Enumclaw, Great Bend, Detroit, Keniston. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. Crafting Parachute, Paradise, Pollux, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacon, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwell, Barnsley, Tide, Squeeze, South Shields, Temple Hills and Bentley, Tampa, Pillar, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. Crafting Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Elsmere Park, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Medford, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fintana. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Ferrum, Rhinebeck, Walkerstown, Ewaheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's and Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Ramble City. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. Crafting Saarbrücken, Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Latte, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Clover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We crafted Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Knapp Hill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We crafted Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Mandenholm, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Salisbury, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Every time I look at that, I think Debbie's in slippers. Honestly, I think Debbie's got slippers because she does normally walk around with slippers on, doesn't she? She likes a bit of comfort on her feet. Love that. And Terry said, yes, my favourite song. So thank you, James, for that, because Terry Anderson loves that particular song. Now then, we've got some pictures being sent in. So I'm loving this because this looks like someone's been already ahead of the game. Look at that, doing the Craft Along project. That is beautiful. I love that. That is gorgeous. And Caroline, thank you very much for sharing your beautiful make with us. I absolutely love that colour choice, Nick. Honestly, it's gorgeous, isn't it, Lily?
Absolutely beautiful. Love that. Thank you for sharing.
And we've got another one from lovely
more.
Linda. Look at that. Oh, I love.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my days, I need to come in close. That is beautiful. Is that a house in the middle of a... Oh, my days.
That's incredible.
Linda, that's beautiful. Oh, I can see the Botanic Garden paper in there.
Ooh.
Absolutely stunning. I love that. And is this the outside of that box then, Nick? Oh, my days. Talk about throwing the most beautiful cardstock at a box and the inside. That's incredible, Linda. I love it when people share the pictures. It's lovely to see your inspiration. Thank you, you lovely lot, for sending in your pictures. Because we do love it. That's what it's all about. It's sharing the inspiration, and thank you very much for that. Now, we're heading into the last 20 minutes of the show. We've got 2 important votes to do, but Lily would like to do the next demo so that can go into the vote of the day. So we're only giving it 10 minutes. Aren't we cruel?
I know.
We're really cruel. However, we have got the Concertina, I think this is the right way I'm saying this, Concertina 3D border dies, and you're getting 2 in this fabulous collection. We've got the lace and the vines. Now, this is a fabulous set that creates the most beautiful frames. But look at the price. That saving is immense. £22.48, $25.42 before you start to take off your club membership. The lowest you'll pay today for 2 sets of these, £17.98 or $20.34. And let me just tell you, these are so versatile. Because we've broke them down, we haven't done it in one particular die set. So what we're giving you is a corner piece. We're giving you what we call, and these are 2 different types of extenders that you can use. So you could line them up to make elongated frames, small frames, short frames. It's absolutely incredible. And I love the concertina part because it does mean it's a nice frame with a bit of depth. So if you want to put some pictures in there or some beautiful florals, anything, to be fair, to go into those, you've got the ability to be able to do so because of how we've done these dies. That's that gorgeous vines. You can see that beautiful design. And again, you get the corner piece, the 3, because they're in different sizes, these, aren't they, Lily? So you've got the small size, the larger size. But again, you can extend these. You can make them small. You can make them large. They're absolutely incredible. And I can't wait to see what you've got lined up with this one, Lily.
Yeah, I'm going to create a box with these actually, so kind of, sort of like a 2-for-1 when it comes to your box making. But the one we're going to use for this particular demonstration is that beautiful lace die set. So what we're going to go ahead and do straight off the bat is bring in that beautiful corner die. So here we've got the corner die. We've got a piece of our cardstock. Now this is our super smooth that you will find over on the website. This being 250 GSM. And what I found personally is that a slightly thinner cardstock, so instead of your 300, which we'd usually recommend for your box making, I find something between 200 and 250 is actually ideal for these concertina borders. 300, 310 will still work, an absolute treat, but for me, I find those easiest to work with when you've got slightly thinner cardstock, like this 250 GSM, and this is cut down from the 12 by 12 pad that you will find over on the website. So we've cut our beautiful corner through our die cutting machine. Then all we need to do is just take our poker tool and ease this out the die. It's a super delicate detailed die, so do just take a little bit of care as you move that out of the die, and then you've got that beautiful die cut just like so. Let's move our plates out the way, and at this point I'm going to bring in one of our beautiful gold shimmering pads. Now this is our Gilded Sky. I believe we do have a fabulous deal on our gold shimmering pads actually, so do check out the website for that complete collection of our gold shimmerings. And all we want to do is just literally tickle the very edges of that lacy part. I'm not going over the concertina fold part. I just want to get a little bit of ink onto that gorgeous lace design. It's going to highlight that design, and it's going to tie in perfectly with the papers that we'll be bringing into play in just a few moments time. Before we proceed, let's give our mat a little wipe off, just like so. And then in order to fold these together, really easy to actually fold these. It's just a case of concertina fold, which means one goes forward, one goes back. A little bit like, you know, when you see the people playing the accordions, just a little bit like that. Now, if you do find that these aren't even folding perfectly first time round, then do just bring in your scoreboard like we did for the other few demonstrations and reinforce those score lines. But we're just going to go ahead just for time and fold this straight off the bat. So one goes forward, one goes back, and then that very front one is going to go back just like so. And you can start to see how that corner is building. Then all we need to do is bring in some of our red liner tape, and all you need is a piece on both of those outermost tabs. So your 6mm will work a treat, but here let's just go in with our 3mm. We're going to have one piece, not quite that long, Lily, there we go, let's line that up a little bit better. One piece onto one of those tabs, and then we're going to have another piece onto the other one. Now for this particular project we actually need 4 of the corners, so one that's going to go into each and every single corner, and then we also need 4 of the borders. I've just realised I popped my red liner tape on the wrong side, it needs to go on the inside, but not to worry, let's just peel that off.
I did that the last time, Lily.
I always
put it on the wrong side, yeah.
I always do it. It's very easily done, but don't worry, because we're going to be sticking this to a piece of cardstock, that side is actually going to be hidden where we've got that little bit of ripping and tearing onto there. So no need to worry about that one at all. Then we're going to bring in a piece of that gorgeous, oh, look at our botanic garden. Look at that paper.
Oh.
Absolutely love that cardstock. So all we've done is we've cut that down to 6 inches, and then our matten layer is 6 1/4. Of course, we've used that complimentary rainbow pearlescent pad for that matten layer. So 6 1/4 for the large one, and then 6 inches for the smaller one. Then all it is a case of doing is just taking a corner, one corner at a time, lining that up, so I find it a little bit easier to do that from the reverse. Sticking one side down, making sure that is all even at a right angle, and then just going ahead and folding that other side over, and there you've got your beautiful corner. Exactly the same with all 4 corners, so ahead of time I've been a little bit more prepared here. I've actually already added my red liner tape onto the back, and crucially I've peeled off the backing, because I think we've seen enough of peeling the backing off red liner tape for one day. For one lifetime, I think. Blimey me. When you do a whole box making masterclass and you do a craft along that's creating a box, you do get through a lot of red liner tape, that is for certain. But it definitely is the one to go for when it comes to your construction. Super, super strong and nice value as well. If you check out the website, I know we've always tried to aim to keep that in stock, so do check that out if you are needing to stock up. And it's definitely a good idea to get your different widths as well. You've seen throughout the day how I've used the 12mm, I've used the 3mm as well, and we've also got that 6mm available on the website. So you've got lots and lots of options with the different width of your red liner. So here we've done the same sort of idea with our beautiful shorter side. You do get 2 different lengths, like Debbie has shown you, of your straight edges. So here we're going in with our beautiful sort of shorter edge, if you like, and we've cut 4 of these, so 1 to go between each of the 4 corners. Same treatment with these, we've gone ahead and added some of that beautiful gilded sky. I always want to call it starlight sky. I'm not sure if that's one of the silver shimmer ink pads actually, but it's a gorgeous gold one that we've gone for this demonstration, our gilded sky, adding that onto the very edges of our papers. Oh yeah, I'm correct, Nicholas checked for me, it's one of our silver shimmer ink pads, so I've not quite particularly wrong, quite wrong, but not very, very wrong. It could be worse. It could be, what was I calling it? Calling a guillotine a scoreboard. That was not my finest moment, shall we say. That's going to go on our box lid in just a moment, but let's start to do a little bit of scoring. So I'm conscious that we've not shown you how to pop quite a simple box together. So we've got one piece that's going to be our base, one piece that's going to be our lid, and we're going to go for the pattern for our lid. Just taking this straight out of the 12x12 pad, we've not cut it down at all, we're keeping it at that full 12x12 inch size. And all we're going to do is we're going to score down at 2 3/4 inches. Scoring this from the left hand side because it is going to be our box lid. Don't forget how we were talking earlier about how your scoreboards, like your Scoremaster that we're using here, I've got that inbuilt box making technology. So literally you only need to take 2 pieces of cardstock that are exactly the same size, and then all you need to do is make sure that you score one side on your box lid and one side on your box base, and you will be good to go. Super, super easy with your construction when you've got the right scoreboards. We always say right tool for the job, and it certainly is no different when it comes to your scoring. Now, top tip from Debbie Fisher, she always uses this tip. When you score on your box base, turn your scoreboard around and then score 1, 2, 1/2 and 3/4, just like so. And it's a lot easier to score from the left-hand side if you are right-handed like I am. So then we're just going to do exactly the same treatment on all 4 sides of our box base. And because we're scoring on that box base side, hopefully, all being well, when we pop our 2 sides together, our box base and our box lid, they're going to fit together snugly, but they will have enough sort of wiggle room that they will slide over each other with ease. So it's going to be a box with 2 3/4 inch depth. So nice depth onto that box. Could get plenty of goodies in there, whether it's sweet treats, crafty goodies, lots and lots of options when you've got a nice deep box like this one. So what we're going to do now is going to start to fold this box together. So as ever, reinforcing those score lines, and then we're going to do that same technique that we showed in quite detail actually on that afternoon's craft along, where we trim out our sections, trim out our triangles. So we've got our box base there, and then we're just going to cut up along those score lines to where the score lines cross, remove a triangle, and then we're just going to go back in and remove a little bit more cardstock. Same idea on this side, so we're going to do exactly the same on all 4 sides, on both our box lid and on our box base. And this will just take us a couple of minutes to pop this together. So a nice simple box. Of course you can get really advanced when it comes to your scoreboards, but today I wanted to keep this masterclass more focused on the dies. After all, we've got some of the most incredible deals on some of our amazing dies, so I thought, you know what, let's make a focus of some of those fabulous dies. Perhaps you've never seen some of those before. I know some of the shadow boxes we've not had on in a little while, as far as I'm aware at least, so it's nice to see those in action. So that's our box base. It's just going to be a case then of sticking that together, but exactly the same when it comes to our box lid, just reinforcing those score lines. The fact that you've got that beautiful double-sided pearlescence onto that paper pad makes it look absolutely gorgeous, so luxurious. So when you open up that box, it's going to look just as finished off in the centre as it is on the outside of the box. So just trimming in to where those score lines cross. Then we're just going to remove a little triangle there, and then to reduce the bulk of that tab, because it is quite a large tab, with it being a box with a lot of depth to it. We're literally just going to take a little chunk out of that tab to reduce the bulk onto there. So final one, just like so, and then that's going to form our box lid. Before we actually build these together, let's bring in the piece that we have literally just created using those beautiful concertina borders, and that's going to nestle onto the top of our box lid, just like so. For speed, let's go in with some of our tape pen. If it's playing ball, we might not be able to. There we go. Lovely. We're going to pop some of that onto our box lid, just like so. And then that's where we're going to bring in our 3D concertina border piece, making sure that we're lining that up with all 4 score lines. Looks about right to me, that should do. And then let's build our box lid. Do you know what, first of all, let's do our decoration. So let's bring in a lovely little circle nesting die. I was going to call it an oval then. Circle nesting die is going to go into the centre of there. We've got beautiful kingfish from that kingfish collection that we had on this afternoon's craft along. He's going to go into the centre. Then we've also got a sentiment that I've stamped out. That's also going to go just nestled, I think, underneath his body there, will look quite sweet. So let's pop that onto the right hand side, and then that's going to finish that off quite nicely, just like that. And then all it is a case of doing is building our box. So of course I would usually be using my red liner tape onto the tabs, but just for speed we're going to go in with some of our tape pen onto all 4 tabs. It will still give you that strong bond with our tape pens being super strong. You don't need to worry about that, but my personal preference when it comes to construction, as you've seen throughout the shows today, is of course my fabulous red liner tape. So your 12mm would be ideal to go onto those tabs, and all we're going to do is build that together with those 4 tabs, and that's going to give our box lid that finishing touch, so it's all built together. Well, if I was at home, what I'd do is I'd go in and reinforce those score lines. We will pop together the box base in just a moment, but that's going to be the same technique. But you can see, you can get the sort of idea from just that box lid before we pop the box base onto it, exactly the sort of effect you can create using those fantastic 3D concertina borders.
Absolutely beautiful. Right, we have got a couple of votes that we need to get on the go. Sorry, Susie. We're going to do, first of all, demo of the show. So could you just quickly line up your 4 makes from this show, please?
All good to
and
go.
just quickly, we'll quickly run through these.
Okay, so first up we have got that picnic treat box. That is demo number 1 if you want to go for that one. And then next up we have got our fantastic shadow box, our double shadow box, using those fantastic flowers alongside that as well. That's demo number 2. Demo number 3 is that cute little ornate box. And then demo number 4, the one that needs a base that I'll pop on in just a second, using your fantastic concertina borders. That's demo number 4. So 1, 2, 3 or 4. Up to you guys at home, get those votes in.
So my vote, Susie. Put it in, and producer Nick. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. I mean, they've all been brilliant makes. They've been absolutely fabulous. Oh, that's 3 for 2, because James went, me too, too. 222. Absolutely beautiful makes, lots of lovely, lots, and I mean lots and lots of love from everybody saying how gorgeous these boxes are, how brilliant this class is. Kat's actually, do you know what Kat's done for us? She's told us what she got.
Oh, yes.
So Kat said she needed a paper stump sander, but in-fell pen storage as it does. In-fell the baskets, Academy of Colour Flora and Fauna. In-fell some gilding wax and a pom-pom maker. And she put, by the way, I love the gift.
Oh.
You didn't tell us that, Kat. So I'm glad you're loving that gift. We had a lot of fun. I tell you whose idea who came up with that gift? Ben.
Oh,
we'll give Ben
I'm
where
not
Ben deserves the credit for that one. It was Ben that came up with it, and that came from something that somebody had said, what they wanted. And so Ben went, let's make it happen. And that's what the gift is. And if you're probably thinking that's a bit cryptic, Debbie, well, we're not going to tell you. If you know, you know. But that is the 2023 Platinum gift for all you guys as well that are in the Platinum Club. Now, my voice is just about to break and cut, so we're going to just wait for the vote to come in because we also have to do a demo of the day. Sorry, Susie. Not that I want to rush you, but we have got... we're going to wait for that vote to come in. I have a feeling... Lily, I'm not going to lie, I have a feeling that the one that I said is going to be a landslide victory. But I could be wrong, because I've said these before. Now, that's the concertina borders that our lovely Lily has just shown you. And also, let me just show you, because we've got one more cheeky deal. That's the price there for that fabulous 2 set of dies. I said 2 sets of dies, it's 6 dies in total. And that's the price that you're paying. However, we do have, and I'm just going to bend down and grab them because I forgot. She was telling me about 5 times in me here. It's our refillable tape pens where you are getting now a really simple system. And it is a very, very simple system because your casings are here. You've got your dotty tape pen, you've got your straight edge tape pen, and now simple use because the refillable section is here, and that's for both of them, and you can see just how many you're getting. It's a 12-piece set, and the price on the screen is £44.99 or $62.99. Look at the Platinum price again, and that takes it right down to that Platinum price of £35.99 or $50.39, and it really is a fabulous system made super, super easy now, and it's extra long. There is much more tape than ever before now being popped into one of those tape pens, which I just think is absolutely fabulous. Lily, could you fetch me the one that I said was a landslide?
Number 2?
Number 2 was the winner, and we are going to do a very quick vote. I think this is going to be actually quite tough because I did say it to you. Thank you, Lily. I mean, I hope you all agree. If you've been watching Lily all day, simply stunning. She has just made fantastic make after fantastic make and really, really has been quite inspirational today. So I'm personally going to say thank you very much. I'm glad I'm not choosing right now because this is going to be a tough one. Are you ready? Number 1. This is where we started with Play Your Craft Right. I fell in love. That was my winner. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I've picked the winners all day.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're going to choose this one. Let's see. Let's find out.
Number 2 is that gorgeous Craft Along project. Really, really beautiful project there. And that's number 2, which is just simply stunning. And I'm so sorry, Susie, to have to do this to you in the last 3 minutes. And then number 3, oh my God, seriously, Lily, what have you done to us? I mean, I said to you, I love this. I love this. I just don't know. You decide. So it's 1, it's 2, or it's number 3. You decide. You've got a couple of minutes while I just go over a few little thank yous and also to tell you what's coming up tomorrow, because if you've enjoyed today, you're going to love tomorrow, because myself and Lily have got 2 shows.
We are.
Which means there's a 3rd show vacant. I wonder who we could call in on a weekend. I mean, we're having to arm up the back because he didn't want to, but the boss said, you're coming in. So, of course, it is our fabulous Sarah and the very gorgeous. My other TV, more the TV hubby. It's
How
like
many
I've got
TV
loads.
hubbies have you
I've only
got?
got one. I've only got
Lumminac.
one. Betrothed to my gorgeous Ben.
Okay.
He's gonna be coming in tomorrow for the last show. I will give you details of that because it's a special show coming up. Myself and Lily will be here at 11 a.m. in the UK for Second Chance Sunday. We're doing it a little bit topsy-turvy tomorrow.
I know, it's gonna
a little bit
send us right off.
topsy-turvy. So it's 2 hours of myself and Lily with the best deals over the last few weeks in the Second Chance Sunday, and some stellar deals in there as well. That's 11 a.m. UK time, 6 a.m. Pacific, and 3 a.m. 6 a.m. Eastern time. 3 a.m. Pacific time. And then, of course, we've got another craft along, which is 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and 7 a.m. Pacific time. But it's just for 1 hour, and it's with the fabulous collage stamps. Now, I'm going to shout out big thank you to lovely, lovely producer Nick, James, to fabulous Tracy, fabulous Liv for all those endless cups of coffee, to the very multi-talented Lily. Thank you very much for today. It's been really inspirational. Linda was our social media superstar in the first show alongside Taylor. And I'm just waiting for it to go in. The demo of the day. Come on, Susie. Big thank you, big shout out to our lovely Susie as well. It's very close between 2 and 3, which I knew it would be. But Susie T, you need to let me know because we're on the countdown of how many seconds? 15. Susie T.
Come on, Susie.
Come on, Susie. I need to know the answer. What is the
What
demo
is
of
demo?
the day?
What's
come
what?
on, come on. He's coming. He's still coming through because we're down into the final time. Do you
anticipation.
know what we might have to do? A little social post just after the show because it ain't coming in. However, join us tomorrow. We'll see you then.